Welcome back to our Women in Leadership series, proudly brought to you by Dove and Cub. I'm your host, Jen Halverson, and today I'm joined with a woman of many hats, Dean Sri Zaheer. Not only is she the Dean of the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota, but Zaheer holds the Elmer L. Anderson Chair in Global Corporate Social Responsibility, with her research focus being on international business. In 2019, Zaheer was recognized by Twin Cities Business as part of the publication's TCB 100, the 100 People to Know in 2020. And just this year, on January 1st, Zaheer was appointed chair of the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis' Board of Directors. Welcome to the show, Sri. It's good to have you.
Well, thank you, Jen. Thanks for having me.
So you came to the U.S. to go to MIT, but then you joined the Minnesota faculty in 1992. What brought you to Minnesota?
Right. Well, actually, I joined in 91 as a teaching specialist, and then in 92 became an assistant professor. What brought me to Minnesota, my husband and I both did our doctorates at MIT at the same time. And when we graduated, the Carlson School had 2 jobs for us. So that worked out really, really well. And we didn't know very much about Minnesota. And we thought initially that we'd be here for 3 years. And here we are 29 years later, and just no regrets, love the place.
What challenges did you face moving through your career early on, and then how did you overcome them?
I think being an immigrant gives you a small advantage because, you come here believing in the American dream. You come here, know if, it's with this, at least all through your, when you're growing up, you hear about this, the Horatio Alger stories. You hear about the fact that you can actually sort of work hard and make your way in this country. And I think you come here believing in that. And so you don't see the barriers, but so much of how you deal with barriers is in your head. It's your self-talk. And if you believe that in the American dream, it does help.
Does that play into how you would define your personal leadership style?
My leadership style is probably one of empowering others to lead. I really, there's nothing that you can achieve by yourself. It's all about, what the team can do. And the team has to be empowered. I mean, I try and have great people around me, and I give them all the leeway that they want to sort of exercise their leadership. They come up with innovative ideas, move us in different directions. It's actually, it's a joy to be able to empower others to lead. It takes the burden off you. You're there as a coach. You're there to support. You're there to sort of help them when things aren't going well as well. But you're there very much, it's very much a joint effort. It's very much a team effort. And it's very much not a top-down kind of way to lead at all. It's very much a joint leadership model that I like to follow.
If you could, looking back, tell your younger self, knowing what you know now, and give her some advice, what would you tell her?
Don't be afraid of taking risks. I mean, I've made a lot of risky career moves in my life, but every time before I made it, I was always nervous and anxious. And I didn't need to be, because you go into a new situation. Yes, you can take, sometimes it means, taking a cut in your pay, or it means moving sideways into something else. But everything you do contributes to your learning. I think the most important lesson is, always stretch yourself to go into areas where you're going to continue to learn new things.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Sri. It's really been a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you and learning about your career path and all of your insights.
Thank you, Jen.
And thank you to Dove and Cub for their support of the Women in Leadership series.